Tyler Goulding, thanks for taking the time. And the spring golf season is upon us, but it seems like golf season is never really ending. So your impression of your team throughout the fall?
We're happy with how we progressed. We got a really young team, a lot of freshmen, sophomores playing. Our last event in the fall, we had our best 3 rounds just to par. So a lot of progression in the fall, and we're looking forward to how we can do in the spring.
Do you have to keep heads up? I mean, because if you just look score-wise, sometimes it can look, fairly awful actually. But do you have to keep heads up, or how do you go about keeping these guys in line and making sure that they are progressing and getting better?
As always, we're always just playing the field. In the spring college golf, weather can be a little more of an element than it is in the fall. In the fall, we tend to get pretty good weather. Spring college golf, you tend to get a lot more cold, wind, rain. So the number doesn't necessarily reflect how you've played. So it's always nice to keep guys like, how do you finish in the field versus relative to par.
Gotcha. And you brought up the weather. Because we're in Colorado, not a lot of time on the course here. How do you combat that? I mean, you got cages and things like that, but it's kind of tough, right?
Yeah, we're lucky. We got a simulator down at the course that we can use, but we're trying to cycle 12 guys into one simulator, so it's not quite the same as getting everybody on the course. We've had some decent weather recently, so we've been able to get on the range and stuff like that. We just went down to St. George for the weekend to kind of play and practice and try to get ready for our first event next weekend.
The first event, what do you want to see? I mean, will you be able to see a marked improvement? Do you think it'll be like, oh, here we are in spring, and man, we are looking way better than way back in August?
It's always a little bit of a we picked this event because it is kind of a soft opening. They only invite schools that have to deal with snow. The course is probably one of the easier ones we play all year, so it's a nice kind of soft entry into the spring. So hopefully guys can just kind of manage their expectations and know we've been able to play one round here before this whole spring semester, so it doesn't look like we'll get to play at all before we go. So hopefully they can just manage their expectations and do the best they can.
How much harder is it without getting the swings that you would be getting in if you were in, California and just playing every week?
Yeah, it's definitely tough. I played here, so it was that first event in the spring was always tough, knocking the rust off. It was always just kind of try not to lose your cool and just manage your expectations and know that at least this first event, like everyone else in the field, has been dealing with the same thing. So hopefully you can just kind of stay calm and play the best you can.
Do you talk individual and team goals before you go into the spring? And if so, if you don't mind sharing them with us?
Yeah, we've done a little goal setting session, and everybody's just goals to improve scoring average, and hopefully we can win an event as a team, and those goals like that.
Perfect. Coach Goulding, thanks, and good luck this spring. We'll talk to you before conference.
Thank you.